The title of this video is not clickbait. This is indeed a video on how to do the one-handed reload with the DT and the Magnum. First off, this is what the DT looks like. I had some practice now. That once you practice it, you'll get it to smooth motion, kind of like that. I still mess it up every now and then, but let's get into how you would do this reload. So first off, how it works, it's like the second half of the DT reload. It just is a simple flick, except the first part is a bit finicky. So it doesn't always want to go in. It sometimes will go like this. It'll go in and then out, kind of like that. You'd think it would go in all the way, but then it comes back out, and it just messes it up, and it can be kind of frustrating. So the best way I found to start this reload is by doing a big motion downwards with a sudden stop, and then going back up with another sudden stop. You don't have to go as far this time, but I recommend doing big motion down, big motion up, sudden stops both times. And then once you practice this enough that you've got it to one smooth motion, then try and reduce the movement, how far you're moving your arm, until just gradually going a little bit less, little bit less, little bit less, until it's just a flick of the wrist. And one more thing that I recommend is when you're going down with this, kind of doing a twist of the wrist. That helps the bullets fall into place a little bit easier, and I have the in and out like I said earlier. Same with the up, kind of flicking your wrist up as you hit the peak of how far you're going up. That is how you do the DT. Now onto the Magnum. This is what it looks like. That was bad. Let me show you again. So, like I said, I've had some time to practice it, but not a whole lot. So, yeah, there we go. The second half on this one happens almost automatically since you're doing kind of a quick motion and a sudden stop. It just basically happens by itself. With the Magnum, it's more of a punching motion instead of... Let me do this really quick. Like I said, it's more of a punching motion. And then just a sudden stop. You don't really have to do much for the second half. It happens by itself. Unless you're having any trouble, you can add a clockwise motion. This also helps to smooth it out. So, like this, instead of like that, it just helps to make it easier, smoother, and feel more fluent. So like I said, I recommend doing a big exaggerated motion, so kind of a punching. It doesn't have to be down. It can be forward, it can be back. I don't think it really matters, but punching motion, sudden stop, and then you're all good. One final thing, a tip that I found is, or something useful that I found about this reload, is that when you're flying, you don't have to lose any air. You can just reload without having to stop doing this to reload. You can just do it while flying and not lose any air. I'm repeating myself, but if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I haven't tried all the guns, so if you find any, leave a comment of which gun you found that it works with. Thanks for watching.